Right, so just before we jump into the new file, I just forgot one little tiny thing. We need to export this one as well. Where'd it go? This one. So the get token and user ID, because we need it in our admin page. So make sure you copy this, go down to the bottom where you have your return statement, and just add in the get token and user ID so we have access to it in our AdminView page. Once you have done this, save it, go to AdminView, and in here we're going to start creating or do a little bit more for our add product type. We don't just want to use this anymore, because we can see if we need to first of all pass the product here. We need access to the token, and then tell it which things to exclude and push to and so on. So we're actually going to add a little bit of extra in our code down here. So below the new product, that's where I'm going to place it. I'm going to create a const called addProductHandler. So this will be the function that I actually fire instead of add products at the top. So I'm going to just go here, copy this, and at the top of your page where you have add products, and instead of add products, you're going to push or use the add product handler instead. So this will be the one that fires this whole session of function that needs to be fired. Where to go? Here we are. And there we go. So back to this one here, const add handler, and equal to a async parentheses and curly brackets. There we go, great stuff. And in here, I'm not going to do that. Sorry. We are going to, first of all, make sure we have the, oh, I forgot one here. I don't know why I forget stuff up here. Go to new product and make sure you have created by. I don't know why I forgot this. Created by equal and then empty brackets here. And this will be imported in a moment, so don't worry, but it needs to be here. So inside the add product handler here, I'm going to grab, using destructuring, in the user ID from the get, no, not that one, from the use get token, the one we just get token and user ID. So it doesn't actually help me right now with writing out this one. It should have done this. I'm going to delete it, keep yours, and I'm going to go back up here. I exported it here, but I didn't import it here. So make sure you import it in up here and get token ID. And now you go back down here, and if you start get token ID, it will actually import it or help you importing it in. Good. So that's the first step here. This will import the user ID from use product modules, which is what we want. So we can attach this to the product, so we can actually keep track on who's adding what product or buying what product, and so on and so on. New product is the one we want to grab, the array here. That is two-way binding, or using the model for grabbing information. We want to use the .value since it's a ref, and we want to attach, or we want to make sure that it adheres to the schema we created before, or the type, the interface we created. So add created by, and it's the user ID. So we make sure we take this and we attach this here, and we override this here or put this in here, because we are not going to, when we create a product, if I can just go here, see there's no created by user. I guess you could set this up if that's what something you want, but as a standard you just want to type stuff in, and I'm logged in with my user, my email and my password, and I get a token, and I have a user ID and Mongo and so on. I don't want to copy this and paste it in. I want View to grab that information and then attach this to this created by here automatically whenever I'm logged in. Because when I log in, I save that information in my use users file, and now this is now attached to the correct product whenever I create it. So whenever I create a product, it knows that the user's logged in, has this ID, and we can now just use this or attach this to this product. And there's already a ref set up in Søren's backend Mongo here, so everything fits together now. Good, so that's the first part. Now we actually need to fire the, where is it? here, I'll scroll up a little bit. Now I actually need to fire this add product here. And I also need to make sure this one stupid little red squiggly line goes away. So we're going to do an await since we're using a async here. I'm going to do add products. I'm going to minimize it, so go back here. And if we hover this, it says expecting 0 arguments but got 1. So we need to make sure that it is following the correct structure we need for this one, next part. So add products, and after this one you are going to do enter new product dot value. Oh, I can't spell. Equal object, and then we're going to use the spread operator here. 3 dots will just grab everything from the product here, from up here. So everything is now connected with, just instead of having to type all of this, we just do this and it grabs everything. We also add the ID here. And let's see this. What does it say? It says expected 0 arguments but got 1. So there's probably an issue in my use products. So I forgot to do this up here. So when we did this for the static data, I just removed this because I didn't need any information being passed through because we didn't have any. So uncheck this, uncomment this, and we want to keep the product, but we don't want to keep the user interface of product. We want to use the new product instead. So switch this to new product, and save this. Go back to your code, and now you should have the red arrows removed. And when we hover this, you can see we have the correct structure for our interface here.